PMS, or premenstrual syndrome, is interesting because there's quite a wide range of symptoms, many of which women assume are normal premenstrually. It's usually the week running up to the menstruation week, and it can combine anything from breast tenderness, swelling, feeling very bloated and congested, water retention, and also very emotional, hyper-emotional. Some women, their life kind of stops premenstrually. They just can't function. They are overwhelmed by their body just feeling out of control and feeling really uncomfortable in their own skin. And women tend to think that's kind of normal and something you have to live with. It absolutely is not. There are things you can do to help ease that. Usually, most symptoms of premenstrual syndrome are due to estrogen dominance, which can be due to foods, hormone imbalances for various reasons. It can be due to too much body fat, and I'll explain that in a second. The estrogen and progesterone start to fight, and those symptoms of breast tenderness and the weepiness and all of that unpleasantness is to do with excess of estrogen in the body. So it's about addressing that, and getting that progesterone-estrogen balance correct can make all those symptoms go away. So the reasons for excess estrogen: one thing is if you've got lots of belly fat, so fat around your tummy here, more than anywhere else in the body, you're likely to be estrogen dominant, because unlike fat cells anywhere else in the body, the fat cells here are hormonally active and they actually produce estrogen in women. So lots of belly fat means that you produce more estrogen. Certain foods can make you more estrogenic, particularly non-organic dairy food, and that's largely because milking cows are made to produce so much milk. They're fed estrogens to keep their milk level up artificially, and these poor cows are getting so tired being milked so intensively that lots of antibiotics are put into their feed so that they don't get sick. And this combination of antibiotics, which affect your digestive system, your immune system as a whole, plus these heavy-duty estrogens that are being fed to the cows, actually get through into the milk supply. Tap water, lots of estrogens in there because of the contraceptive pill getting through into the water supply, and that's not killed off through processing of our water system. And things called xenoestrogens, spelled with an X, X-E-N-O. Xenoestrogens are finding their way into our system, and they're coming from kind of chemicals and agriculture, things like plastic water bottles, food coverings, thin plastic coverings on fatty foods. They are a chemical that leach into food and act like estrogens in the body. So we're getting overwhelmed with them. Then soy, very high in phytoestrogens, which are natural estrogen-like compounds. Soy is being used in loads and loads of different foods. And a lot of women use soy foods thinking they're healthier for them instead of dairy. That brings in lots of extra estrogens. So estrogen is coming into the system in all sorts of ways. If you're very stressed, which most people are, that also affects your hormonal balance and can make you more estrogen sensitive. Cleaning up your diet is important. Trying to have as few processed foods as possible, as little packaging as possible. If you're drinking water from plastic bottles, don't let the plastic bottle get hot, because that leaks the xenoestrogens into the water more. If you are microwaving food, not that I particularly approve of microwaving, don't have cling film or thin plastics covering it. That's how the heat combining with the moisture in the microwave, touching the food, will leach xenoestrogens into the food. Personally, I would recommend coming off all soy products if you can. So if you're vegetarian, having lots of tofu-based, TVP paste-based foods, I really recommend you look at that and cut them down. Soy milk I don't recommend. And a diet that's as unprocessed as possible, as whole grain and as wholesome as possible, so lots of fresh fruit and vegetables. It's the usual advice. Watch your dairy. You're better off having goat or sheep because that's not got all the estrogens pumped into them. And watch your sugars, because sugar makes your insulin levels go up. Insulin converts sugars into body fat, particularly around your tummy. Then you get tummy fat, then you make more estrogen. From a supplement point of view, it's always difficult to recommend supplements because every individual needs a bespoke kind of recommendation, but there are some general things to do. And one of the key things for PMS is to take fish oil supplement, so you're getting omega-3. Omega-3 is an essential fatty acid, omega-6 is an essential fatty acid. Both of these are called essential because the body can't make them, you've got to get them from food. We have loads of omega-6 in the diet, through grains, through our meat, through seeds, through nuts, through all sorts of things, your bread and your cereals high in omega-6. We only get good omega-3 from oily fish, and few people are eating enough oily fish. If you have too much omega-6, it pushes out omega-3 from the body. So we're having a diet low in omega-3 plus the omega-6 is dominating. Omega-6 is pro-inflammatory, meaning it makes the body become more inflamed. And all of these symptoms of bloating, water retention, breast tenderness, all of these things are akin to being inflamed in the body. Omega-3 is massively anti-inflammatory, so it calms down the response, and it is a very good hormone balancer, so it helps to regulate. A lot of women will have been recommended evening primrose oil or borage oil because they're high in GLA, gamma linolenic acid, which is known to help with PMS symptoms. That is actually an omega-6. It's fine to take because it's in a form the body uses and it has been shown to be helpful for hormonal imbalance. So don't worry about that. What I'm more concerned about is where you're getting lots and lots of omega-6 from cooking oils and processed foods and baked goods and refined grains and things like that. Coming to somewhere like Grayshott, first and foremost, it's about breaking the cycle, letting the body calm down, getting good rest, and getting your body nurtured. So you could get some lymphatic drainage. Manual lymphatic drainage is a really gentle, rhythmic technique that helps the body balance its fluids. So if you're feeling particularly swollen and bloated, it's really good for that. You can get bespoke nutritional advice, so you could get a dietary plan and a supplement plan put together depending on what your symptoms are. The calming of the body allows the adrenal glands to calm down, so you're not pumping out so many stress hormones, which are very much related to this inflamed system in the body that causes PMS. So it's about getting good rest, good care, and information, knowledge, so that you know what's working and what's not working in your life.